welcome to my channel. You have now reached the Love on Fire Candle Company Express. Like I said, we are about to take this long journey over to LAX. So we are going to do our first leg on the famous Cardinal 51. This train is going to take us to Chicago. We have approximately about 26 hours on the train here. And then we will get off. We have a 4-hour layover in Chicago. And then we will jump on the train that is going to be headed for 43 hours on over to LAX. And I will keep you guys posted. Right now we're in the Metropolitan Lounge, which you get access to if you have a roomette and or a room. So you get the access to the lounge with free snacks, all of those things. So welcome, 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 and let's start our journey. Sorry, I promise you I'm not getting you. I scared you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good morning. So we are all set to board. We should be boarding in the next 10 minutes. We are about to take a 24 and a half hour trip from Philadelphia Station, 30th Street Station, to Chicago on the Cardinal 51. So it's Amtrak's train that has been around for quite some time, but we are about to start this journey. We are also going to show you our second leg of the trip, which is going to be from Chicago to LAX. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and don't mind me stuttering back and forth. I'm new to YouTube. Forgive me. Bye. There we go. How are you?
Good morning.
Good.
Into the left, room number 3.
Thank you so much. On the left. Which number is this? Oh, right here.
Right here. Yep.
Yep. And now that we made it aboard, we are so excited. We cannot wait. We've been looking forward to this trip for so long. And so now we have arrived. There's the hubster. He is super excited as well. So this is our room. This is our first roomette on the Cardinal 51. So you see that both seats are there. They also have the pillows. They do give you complimentary water. They have the tray table there so that you can pull that out. You can either eat your food here, place your items here if you're going to watch a movie, and or play a game, right? So it would be totally up to you. And it's a pretty decent size, and it still gives you room to sit on both sides. And it was fine for both of us. So you were able to put that down. Oh, and that's the menu. So you also get your menu. You can choose between your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. She'll take that order from you shortly after getting on the train. We did just eat, so I'm not sure if we're going to even order anything. You can see that you also have the reading lights. You can cut them off and on. They're a little bit bright, which is good. But if someone is on there with you, again, you just want to make sure that you're not disturbing anyone. So here is the sink. You have to, and you see I was struggling, right? You have to pull the latch down. There you go. So you can pull it down, hot water, cold water there. It's great for like brushing your teeth, washing your face in the morning. Obviously, you don't have a full bathroom in your room. So it's nice at least to be able to get up and brush your teeth and wash your face. You have the button for the attendant. You only have that one outlet, so keep that in mind. I'm going to make sure that you actually have a power a surge protector if you want to, maybe if you need to plug up several items. Up there, you can put some extra luggage if you so choose, and that's what we did. We'll put our luggage up there.
Train, man. We've been thinking about this for a long time. We've been watching bloggers. Bloggers been showing us how much of a comfortable trip you can make it because you have so much stuff in here. You got a sink, you got 2 beds, you got the table, you got the charger, bring your surge protector because you want to plug all your devices up, your laptop, phone, iPad, whatever you want to bring. But
we have this thing right here. My sister had given
backup
this to
charger.
Us. So it is for whatever you have. So if you need a USB, that one is here.
All the chargers.
If you need the regular iPhone charger, you have that here as well, right? The C Charger is here.
For the new
and
iPhone.
then if you need the what is that, kind of like an Android?
Like an Android, I guess it's like an older Android.
Yeah. So this is here, and it like kind of lights up. That once you turn it on, it'll light up. And right now it's at 74%. So you just charge this up, and then if you need to get off or whatever you need to do, you can actually have your phone on here.
So anyway, guys, like she told you before, we're in our first part of the train. Our first stop is Wilmington, so it's just local right now. But we're gonna be getting deep into the train, so we'll show you all places to stop at. We actually be in Chicago for 5 hours, so we'll probably do some videos, a little blogging, just tell you guys how our experience was on the first leg of the train, and just stay tuned, guys. Love on Fire Candles takes Chicago and LA.
Yes.
We just got on the train. Our attendant greeted us, gave us Chobani yogurt, cream and sugar. We only about 15 minutes into the trip. I think our first stop is Wilmington. We're probably going to just chill. We got plenty of movies to watch. We're probably going to binge watch whatever series we never got a chance to watch because we always working. So we get a chance to binge watch our series, enjoy some time with each other, and just chill, y'all. We'll stay tuned. We got a lot more to show y'all.
All right, so we have made it onto the train, and we are on our car, which is we're in room 3, which is 5109, I believe. So it's 5109. We're here. We got introduced to our attendant. Her name is Melanie. She's super sweet. So we've introduced you to her. We've now broken out all of our gadgets. So right now we have this wonderful gadget so that you're able to see, like me right now. I don't have to hold the phone, but make sure you do have a plug in the room with 2 plugs. But we have a surge protector. So now you can put in anything that you want. So if you need to plug up your phones, or maybe you have a computer or whatever you have, everything is located right here. So that is here. And this is about $8, so you can get that for $8. We do have like temperature control, so I did show you guys that. But if you can take a look here, we also have our room, which we have locked right now, so you can either lock it or unlock it. Right now, ours is pretty much unlocked, so we'll lock that a little bit. We don't really need to lock it. It's daylight. It's only, I think it's about like almost 8:30 in the morning, so we don't really need to lock it. But we do have that. We have a curtain here if you want some privacy. You can take this curtain down, and then we can shut this if we want to. We also have a sink in here, and I'll do another room tours so that you'll be able to see. But this is our first leg, so once we get to our second leg, which is about 43 hours, then I will show you what the room looks like, and then how we're going to get snug, get settled in. We'll also show you the cafe car. We'll show you the cafe car, and then we'll show you around here. Also, one thing to keep in mind, that when you have a sleeper car of any kind, so whether you have a roomette or a room, all of your beverages are unlimited. So all of your non-alcoholic beverages, your water, your tea, your coffee, soda, whatever it is that you decide to drink, that is all complimentary. And then if you want any snacks, we have like yogurt right now. There's whatever snacks you want, they're all free. Breakfast, if you wanted it, we opted out of breakfast right now because we didn't need it. We just pretty much ate before we got on the train. So you are welcome to have breakfast if you want that. So, all right, I'm going to end this right here, and I'll be back later. So here's a video of the menu on the Cardinal 51. It's not bad. They have several selections. Sorry it's sideways. I forgot to tape it the right way, but you can just see that the selections that are available. So this is just a small tour just to let you know what the bathrooms look like. So you walk through the hallway and you will go down to the unisex bathrooms. There should be cups and paper towels there, but there were none. But you go down to the bathroom, and like I said, it is a unisex bathroom. The lights will come on if it's occupied or not. You can go in. We did a cleaning, even though they had already cleaned. We still wiped everything down with Clorox. Simple toilet, sink, easy breezy, grab bars. Not too much to look at, but just wanted to show you what it looks like on the Cardinal.
What's up?
We are just stopping by your favorite candy. On our first leg of our trip to LAX and cross country. So first leg is 26 hours. Once we get the shot so this is
43 hours.
Yes, it's been a really thing for us. And so we are so excited, and we are happy to take you guys along with us.
So follow us and stay tuned for more updates and more videos.
Right, and don't forget to
Go love somebody.
So here's a look at our lunch. Remember that all the meals on this train are pre-made, but they were fantastic. Take my advice and order these. They are delicious. Okay guys, so now we have settled in. As you can see, I put on my pajamas. I am all ready to settle down. It's only about 6:41 in the evening, and right now we are in West Virginia, and we have on our RailNet app, which is right here. You can see our RailNet app, and this will kind of tell us like where we are. These are all of the stations that we've departed. And here it's going to tell us all of our next, the times that we should be arriving. So it'll let you know if you're running a little late, any of those things are happening. So we can kind of follow this guideline here. We're actually due into Chicago by 10 a.m. So right now we are just relaxing. We haven't had our bed turned down yet. That will happen about 9 o'clock. So I'm going to go to bed too early. We want to sleep all night. So that's going to happen about 9 o'clock. We did just finish dinner. We decided to kind of get the same thing we had before. I don't know why, we just did. It was really good. But the plant-based meatballs, I will say that is a really good option. So if you are plant-based or vegan, that is a really good option for you. So you may want to try the plant-based meatballs. So that's that. We've kind of used this time to play games and all those things. Just kind of have like a nice time and relax a little bit. Let's see. Some things to remember. So this is something I did learn today, and I wanted to share with you all. If you're going to get the roomette, you want to make sure, it's up to you, it's preference. If you want to have a roomette with a bathroom inside, so if you have to tinkle, you can tinkle inside of your room, then you want to make sure that you have a roomette that starts with a letter, not a number. And so we had gotten roomettes that start with a number, which means that we have to do the shared facilities. So it is nice that if you can get like a roomette and it has a letter, which means you're going to have your own potty in your room, it's nice to be able to just go tinkle in your bathroom. Obviously, if you have to do things that are further than a number one, then you want to use a hall bathroom. But for the most part, it would be great to kind of use the bathroom in your room, and especially at night. So we're doing a lot of traveling. Like I said, right now we are at the, it's going to be 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 and a half hours. And so it would be nice that if we really had a potty in our room, we could tinkle here and then, we'd be fine. But it is what it is. It's still, all in all, it's really nice. I would certainly do it again. We are about to have, what are we about to do? Just have some snacks right now. But I will keep you posted. The room has been pretty good to us. Still spacious when we're sitting here, even if we put the side tables down. The middle table down. So I still have a little bit of room. I'm a little thick, so it worked for me. And so if you just make sure that you don't have a problem being in close quarters with whomever your partner is. All right. So I will stop this here, and I will be back once she's turning down our room. All right. Bye, guys.
I wanted the front of the train. I'm a voice over this, so get out my hair.
I know I'm gonna have some bullshit like some fries or something I already know.
We already said we wanted some. Shit. I'm having onions, goddammit. Left. Think so. We can ask too. Right here. Okay, I'll stop.
We finally made it to Chicago after a 26-hour trip. It has been amazing. So now that you're at the lounge, which when you have a sleeper car, you have access to this lounge. So you will walk in, they will give you an armband. You can also store your bags here if you don't want to carry them around. We opted to carry ours because it was just some carry-ons. So there's the hubster. So in this lounge, you can use your computer, you can, watch television, you can make yourself some coffee if you would like. All of these snacks are free. All of these things are complimentary with your first class accommodation. So that is a sleeper car, anything from a roomette to a room or bedroom or a family room. So those are your first class accommodations and complimentary beverages and anything that you could ask for, actually. So anyway, people are just hanging out. There are 2 levels to this particular Metropolitan Lounge. So it is one of the more modern ones. If you remember when we were back in Philadelphia, it was pretty nice, but this one is just more modern. Philadelphia is one of the older stations as far as railroads are concerned. So we do expect Chicago to be a little bit upgraded. So anywho, you can sit here and lounge. You can take a nap if you so choose. There are single seats, like if you don't want to be bothered with anyone, you are someone that just kind of likes to sit to yourself. They have that option available. Kick your feet up. Every place has a port for charging. So if you're charging computers, phones, laptops, iPads, etc. If you just want to read a book, that option is there. They also have a screen right there, and that will let you know like what your train is, what your train status is. So if it is on time or running late, you're able to see that there, which is great. They also have a kiddie lounge here, so if you have any young children, just to kind of keep them occupied. We know the kiddies need something to do. So you can sit there, they can watch television, color, hopefully you pack them something. They kind of hang out right there. Also, the glass is there, so you could actually see. So if they're playing, you could actually sit in another room and kind of watch what they're doing. just to kind of give them a break from you and maybe you a break from them. Who knows? So anyhow, this is the lounge. Everyone, like I said, is still hanging out. I did take this time to like charge all of our instruments. There, right there is the bar. The bartender wasn't there at that moment. However, before we left the lounge, maybe I think we had like about an hour and a half left. We were still able to have cocktails.
Dominic Ferrari from Yorktown, Virginia, goes to American University.
So when we arrived in Chicago, we had a 5-hour layover, which gave us a chance to actually explore the city. So we were walking around the Union Station, which is actually quite beautiful. And what you can see is like the difference between the Philadelphia station, which is an older historic station, not historical, but historic station. And then here, like I said, is Union Station, a little bit more modern. It was huge. Very clean. I can definitely say it was super clean. So I definitely appreciated that. My husband and I just we left our bags inside of the Metro Lounge. Just remember, I told you that if you have a sleeper car, you have that access to first class. So we left that in there and we were able to just take a walk through the city. We visited Portillo's, just all of the tourist spots. So Portillo's is a place in Chicago where you can get like Chicago hot dogs and sausage, the Chicago way. So these are all of the the portraits that are inside of the Chicago Union Station. So they just show you all of the different lines here. And then we just kind of walked up these steps and walked out. Now, just be mindful that you need to remember when your train is going to be leaving. We would hate for you to be in Chicago and then stuck in Chicago because you missed your train. So I would actually say just keep it on your phone, like the status of your train, just to make sure that you're like keeping up and set your alerts. And then, go explore the city if you get a chance to. It's one of those things that you really want to do if you're going to take a cross country travel, because what's the point, right, if you can't visit any other place besides the two destinations, like your pickup and your drop off. So here's Chicago. It was gorgeous, and we really just took a walk. We walked all the way down to Portillo's, which is about, I'm going to say about 3 or 4 blocks from here. All right, I'll stop talking, and I'll be back. Bye. blurry. Hold on. A little bit. We have made it aboard the
Southwest Chief.
Southwest Chief.
3.
Southwest Chief 3. We have a roomette, which you will see in this video. Right now we are on the observation car. So we are here on the observation car that's shared by other passengers. You can sit here, kind of stretch your legs. You're able to see, the sky is a dome. That way I'll also put that in the video. It's not a sky in a dome. It is an open. It is an open car.
You can see the ceiling.
Yes.
See the sky.
You can see the
There you
ceiling
go.
sky. So you can see up there, right here, and then if you look this way,
See all behind us.
you're able to
pretty
see
nice.
behind us.
You want to get out of your room for a little bit instead of being like cooped up in a room. You can come out here and stretch, have a drink.
So what I will say again, like I said earlier in the video, so when you're on these trains, this particular one that we're on now, our previous train, we did have on the, what was it, the Chief.
No, not the Chief.
Not the Chief?
I'm looking right now. It was the Cardinal.
Cardinal,
51.
sorry. The Cardinal 51, you actually have a sink in your room if you have a roomette, but it is a little bit tighter. This particular room for the roomette does not have a sink, so you do have to do a community bathroom, which is fine. But it seems like it's a little bit more spacious. What else would you say is the difference? You also see in this video.
It's not enough room. The bed that comes down, there's not as much room at the top. It does have windows.
Correct. So if you're claustrophobic, you better
But
keep that in mind.
at the bottom, if you chill with your significant other or a friend, there's a lot more leg room to stretch your legs out. If you're sitting down just watching TV or watching a movie or listening to music.
Correct.
It's
So
not open. I'm still pretty stock away, and I still have quite a bit. So please wait for our announcements. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
sorry, so they had an announcement. They were just telling people when the cafe car is ready, like if you want to get snacks or anything like that. So yeah, so we still get the dining in this particular on this particular train. It's like a seated dining, so we made our reservations for 7 o'clock, and we'll show you that as well. So it's for 7 o'clock, and we'll show you that you can pick an appetizer,
Appetizer, entree, dessert.
dessert, absolutely, right?
And all your non-alcoholic beverages are included.
Right.
And you get one alcoholic beverage per night if you stay here for more than one night.
Right. So just keep that in mind. If you get snacks, however, the snacks are not included. So when you're at the train station, if you want like other snacks, you might want to grab those snacks before you get on the train. If you're on the train and you get the snacks, you are going to have to pay for those. Your meals are going to be included, but your snacks are not. So just keep in mind that your snacks will not be included. Okay? You can upgrade your room when you're on the train, so we're going to ask about that. Into a bedroom, because I see we have some vacant bedrooms, so I'm not sure if they're actually vacant or if there are people we're going to be picking up along the way. So we'll see. All right.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We will be back with more. Here's a little tour of our roomette. We were in room number 3. And each room has a door that you can close for privacy. They also come with 2 pillows. So you have a pillow here and a pillow on your other side. There's a reading lamp in each of your rooms. Actually, there are several reading lamps, and it's rather bright. So just be mindful if you have a partner and they're resting, you may not want to flash that particular reading light. You do have one in the ceiling as well. There's also a coat hook here if you want to hang a coat, or maybe you have an extra bag. It's there. Of course, you have a mirror, which is great. The landing there, you can see that I moved my carry-on, but I was able to store my carry-on there. So those are the things that I needed, like immediately: toothpaste, toothbrush, things like that, headphones. We're also able to store our own water. If you have a sleeper car, you do get free food and beverages. Well, not free because you pay for them, but food and beverages. But we brought our own water. There's also a trash can, so you do have that. Your attendant will empty the trash can for you. Of course, I emptied it on my own. And as you can see right there, it's a little bit dirty there. So we just took a Clorox wipe and just wiped down everything. And I think that if you're staying anywhere publicly, hotel or otherwise, you want to clean that. This is the top bunk. You can pull this down. My husband said it was kind of comfortable. If we were deciding to take a nap, he would go up there. Comes with a pillow and all of your fresh linens. And they're changed for you nightly if you so choose. It's the emergency window. And then you can shut your curtains if you want for privacy, if you don't want to have any light in. You can also adjust the temperature of your room. So we were able to make it as warm or as cold as we would like. There's a place to hang our coats because we were going to Chicago. It was going to be a little bit chilly and we're from the East Coast, so we needed to have our coats with us. Also, there is a tray table. You can pull your tray table out. You can play games here. Of course, you can sit your beverages there. We kind of put that out, maybe play some cards if we felt like it. It was just a good place to kind of put anything that we wanted to do there. Like I said, cards, movies, whatever. It was great. There's the hubster. All right. So as we are walking here, we were on the bottom floor. So you can go up to the second floor. And then on this second floor, there is a coffee pot. And our attendant was so gracious that she made coffee for us every morning at 5 a.m. So that was awesome. So we have the coffee pot here. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that this is the Southwest Chief at this point. So yeah, so anyway, we have the coffee pot. We were able to have fresh coffee and everything was pretty clean. It was nice. We were able to take a walk down the hallway. Just because I'm super nosy, I wanted to see what the other rooms had to offer. So here is one of the bedrooms, if you are interested in that. So you could see that you have that captain chair and then you have the long seating. They also have a bunk there, and then you can see that they have a toilet inside the room. So that's the difference, where you would have a toilet inside the room. You see I was running out of there because it was not my room. And so I probably shouldn't have been in there, but for you guys, I wanted to at least let you see what was there. And as we travel down, there is another room, just to give you a visual what it looks like. Of course, the towels and the linens are changed for you as often as you need. And there is a shower. Now, keep in mind that the shower and the toilet is in the same. some long train stuff.
45 minutes, not that long.
45 minutes. Well,
Not that long. She can go. Hello.
smile. You do it. About to Thank you, dear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See, if you ever want
Finally, I'm ready to put the finishing touches on this vlog. The trip was absolutely amazing. If you get a chance, you should really try and go across country on the Amtrak train. So here are some pros. So what I would say is the pro is you really get a moment to yourself. So even if you're going to be a solo traveler or you're with a partner, it's great to actually spend that time with someone and, have good conversation. The second part of that is if you're afraid of flights or planes, it's a great alternative as well. The third part is that, it was really carefree. You weren't checking your luggage. You didn't have to go through all the security. You're not taking your shoes off or any of those things. You are just coming aboard and just getting right to relaxation. And so that is wonderful. So the cons for some people might be if you don't have a bedroom and you need to share a bathroom. It is what it is. They keep them pretty clean. I also have my own cleaning supplies. Like I brought some Clorox wipes, but I do that everywhere. So if you're not a person that likes a shared bathroom and you don't want to spend the extra money for a room accommodation, then it may not be for you. The other thing is that, meals, right? So meals aren't going to change that much. If you're a person with a restricted diet, and you say, for instance, if you're vegan, then you are pretty much going to almost be eating the same thing in a way. Of course, like a salad, or they do have like a couple of vegan options. I think it's like a vegan burger and the vegan meatballs. That's totally cool. But if you're a person that likes everything, you don't have any dietary restrictions, then it's going to be great for you. You can also bring something on the train if you need to, like snacks. We did that. We kind of had a movie night on the train. So we were able to went to Five Below because you don't want to spend a lot of money if you don't have to. Went to Five Below, had all our snacks. It was so much fun. It was just a good time. And I really can't see any other cons except for that. But if you get a chance, give it a try. If you have any questions, please comment in the box and I will make sure that I answer your question. Before I went on my trip, I kind of reviewed a bunch of videos. So I hope that this video was informative or at least kind of gives you an inside look. All right. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. My name is Yin. My husband is Hill. We are Love on Fire Candle Company. So we also sell vegan, non-toxic candles. If you ever get a chance, stop by. We would love to send you some candles. We ship all around the United States. Thank you so much. And as we always say at Love on Fire, don't forget to go love somebody, baby.